All right, I'll ask a different question for the whole panel going around the table. Do you think you'll be better looking in 10 years as compared to how you look now? Starting with you.
Yes.
Okay, so you're 19, you'll be better looking at 29.
Yeah.
What about 39 compared to 19?
I hope so.
You
hope so.
better?
I hope
Will
I
you?
will look better.
So, but will you be more physically attractive at 39 than you are now at 19?
So abstracting all other qualities and talking about physical appearance.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably I am more attractive now than I would be, but I'm not saying I'm going to be a babushka at 39. You know?
It's a choice.
All right. But so, more attractive at 29, but not more attractive at 39.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we're talking about objective, I don't know, people's societal kind of standards here?
Yeah, so
From my
let's
perspective.
assume you're in the, I'm sorry, is it the motherland? Let's assume you're in the motherland.
I
And
think Russia's
based
fatherland,
on the
isn't it?
standards of the motherland,
It's fatherland.
they are
Fatherland.
judging your beauty standards,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're judging you currently versus you at 29 years old. Which would all of the men in the motherland prefer?
My younger version?
Yeah, that seems fair. So
Okay,
then there's
wait.
no way you're going to be more attractive than
We should
at
let's
29
let's
than right
let's
now.
get
We're
all
talking
the
about men,
answers.
right?
Oh,
Let's get
okay.
all the answers.
Would I be more attractive?
Yes,
in 10
you're
years?
23. Do you think you'll be more attractive at 33?
I mean, I would hope so. I just think it plays a factor. I mean, I'm still.
Do you think you'll
Yeah.
be more physically attractive at 33 than you are now at 23?
Possibly, I think so, yeah.
What about 43?
Well, we're getting, as you grow older, I mean, age just catches up to you, maybe not to other people.
But you think you will peak at 33 as compared to now at 23?
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe you don't know. So, can I just get a yes or no? Will you be more physically attractive in 10 years' time?
It just depends. I mean,
On what?
because it could be a whole different standard in 10 years of what people think is beautiful. In my eyes, I'm going to still be confident that, yeah, I am beautiful. Maybe I'm going to have kids and maybe my body's going to look a little bit different in that sense.
We're not
So,
saying that you won't be beautiful in 10 years. We're
Yeah.
asking if you'll be more beautiful in 10 years than you are now.
No, I think I'll be the same.
You'll be
Just
the
as-
same.
yeah.
No difference. What about 43?
Same, yeah.
So you will be just as physically attractive at 43 years old than you are. What did you think I was talking about?
I mean, I don't know. I think I'm going to be. Okay, you're saying looks. I keep on
Yes,
wanting to pull
looks.
into like emotions and all that stuff. So maybe, no, I'm not at 43.
Okay. So then 33?
No, let's just say no.
Okay. But I'll actually engage with you on this incorporating other things. So if we just look at the totality of everything, your personality, et cetera, do you think you will overall be more attractive to all men at 33? Looks, personality, everything. Do you think you'll be more attractive at 33 than you are now at 23, allowing you to incorporate everything?
Allowing me to incorporate everything.
Yeah.
If I'm still going down the same route that I am, like improving myself and growing myself, then yeah, I will be. But I mean, I don't need the approval of like, oh, the man is just going to be whoever my husband is.
Right, but so the question is, like, to be attractive to other men, to men.
Then
Right.
yes, like I said, if I continue going the path, which hopefully
Okay.
God willing
What
I
about
am.
43 then?
Yeah. It's the
53?
same thing.
53?
Continuing on.
53?
Yeah.
63?
Yes. If we're incorporating everything
73.
emotionally, yes, everything. Mm-hmm.
How can
You'll
you
be more,
attractive
but
if
you
you're
acknowledge
over
that
10?
physical attractiveness is a component of it. I'm not asking just, but you would acknowledge that it's
Yeah.
a component.
Yeah, but you're like even saying like it's to all men, like it's just one person. I don't need yeah, maybe we're both going to be getting older together. Maybe our physical attraction for each other is going to be like, oh, you're getting like wrinkly and stuff and so on. Like, so be it.
Okay, so in this,
So maybe
in
the
this
physical
scenario,
is probably
in
going to
this-
drop, but hopefully the emotional rises up.
In this scenario, let's assume you get divorced, but you've made all the progress that you claim you will make in 20 years' time. You get divorced at 43. Will you have a better time attracting men at 43 than you will now at 23? That one man you talk about is gone, and now you're back in the dating marketplace.
I mean, if that guy wasn't for me, hopefully there'll be one who's going to want to be with me that I have
Right.
all
So I'm setting up a hypothetical here.
Yeah.
You get divorced. You did have the one guy, the one guy's gone. You're now back on Tinder and Hinge and dating apps, and you're being, there's multiple men who are going to be pursuing you. Do you think that you will be more attractive in totality at 43 to these men than you are now at 23?
No, because like you said, for total out, whatever that word was, the physical probably will drop. And like I said, it depends on like what
No, but
they're
I
looking
granted
for.
in totality.
Yeah, but it's like it depends what the guy is looking for as well. I mean,
Okay. All right. You're 26, better looking at 30. Will you be better looking at 36 than you are now at 26?
I absolutely plan on being that, and I have it.
sorry,
I said I absolutely plan on being that. Yeah.
Plan on being more physically
more
attractive
physically,
in
yeah. 10 years of extra training, 10 years of extra help, 10 years of understanding your style better, everything. I know I have a lot of friends that are almost 40 and they're baddies.
Okay, hold on. So I'm already going to grant that women can absolutely be beautiful and attractive into their 30s and 40s
Yeah.
and beyond. It's not the question. It's a comparative thing. So
Okay, between now and 36. Yeah, definitely. As I said, because of those reasons, I think that I'll have an extra 10 years of training, extra 10 years of maintenance and looking after myself. So from 26 till now, 26 till 36, I would make the assumption that I would look better than what I do now. Absolutely.
okay, and then what about 46?
I think that it would start to decline a little bit the closer I got to 50.
But you would peak, so you'd be more attractive, physically attractive at 46 than you are now at 26.
No, I'd be more attractive at 36 and 26, and then more attractive at 26 and 46.
Wait, hold on.
Does that not make sense?
Wait. So,
Yeah,
Look
that makes
best at
sense.
30.
wait, you'll be.
I think so. I think
hold on,
that's
hold
when you
on.
peak. Yeah.
You'll be more attractive at 36 than at
Yeah.
26.
Yeah.
But will you be more attractive at 46 than at 36?
Probably not, no. I think that you're like a woman, like generally it can really peak like from that 32
Yeah.
to 40. Yeah.
So when do women peak? What age? What do
I
you
just
say?
said 32 to 40 I think is like a peak
So
for
36
women.
is the peak physical attractiveness of.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And then going back to you, what do you think is the peak physical attractiveness age of women, if you had to say?
between the 30s and 40s.
Between 30s and
Yeah.
40s? What
Yeah,
about
same.
30s and 40s? Okay. Going to you, you're 29. Do you think you'll be better looking at 39 than you are now?
Yes.
Into the mic, please.
Yes.
Okay. Will you be better looking at 49 than you are now?
Probably not. No, I'll start declining, like she said.
Okay. When do you think is the peak for physical beauty in women?
30s.
30s. Okay. And do you think you're more physically attractive now at 29 than you were at 19?
In some ways, but no, not other ways, no. Because I didn't do certain things.
What do you mean?
Like I just think that, like you said, like I didn't work out when I was younger, so I was chubbier.
When you were younger?
So things that I wanted to do.
Okay. So you're better looking now at 29 than you were at 19.
I just took care of myself more right now. I take
Right
care of
now.
myself now than I
Okay.
did when I was at 19.
All right. Going to you, 28, better looking at 38 or better looking now?
Better looking now.
And
Sad, but true.
were you better looking at 18 or better looking now?
I would say I'm better looking now for sure. I had an awkward phase. I think women peak usually in their mid 20s, like 23, 24, 25. I think usually that's the peak.
All right. What about you? You're 27.
Yeah. I definitely think I'd be more attractive now than in 10 years.
So you're more attractive now at 27 than you are at 37. Okay. All right. Going back to you really quick, you said that If you get work done, that you'll
No.
be better looking.
No. Like, just by process of time, I've been training for 10 years. Imagine when I'm in the gym for an extra 10 years, your physical fitness, how you look aesthetically, will be so much more better in 10 years than what it is now. So that's why
What about face? You can't really work out your face.
I think that would then come down to how you look after yourself. Are you like drinking plenty of water? Are you doing skincare? Are you staying out of the sun? What are you doing to mitigate like wrinkles? All of that. So you could have another extra 10 years of looking after yourself. As kind of what you alluded to, I feel like people in general go through like awkward phases. I kind of feel like your 20s is an awkward phase. And then when you get into your 30s, you kind of, know your style. You've been probably working out. You know what to eat. And so that's kind of my theory behind why I think at 36, I'd be better than 26.
So can I just briefly interject? I sent over, this is some new Andrew lore, the first ever dropped in a long time, and I'll drop it right here on the Whatever podcast. So via Discord, I sent over a picture of me at 19 when I was a model. You may not know this, but me, Andrew Wilson, I was a model. I was a hair model. Not kidding. Hang on. Not kidding. I was a model. At 19 years old, I was a hair model. Some actual lore for you. Now, I'm going to have Brian pull this up so you can see how fucking delusional you are. Andrew Wilson at 19 years old versus Andrew Wilson at 40 years old, so that you can see the difference.
Hey, some of us like
Send it
older-
over via
older men.
Discord, by the way.
You got it?
I think men look better when they're a little older.
Yeah,
I think
that's
so.
what I'm
We'll
thinking
see,
better
we'll
when they're
see.
older.
Like,
No,
I like older men.
do. I have a feeling that you look better now. I just have a feeling.
Just saying.
There's just something about
Well,
like
we'll
this
see.
time.
This
see
is
what
my
you
point.
think in a
People have
second.
different tastes. I mean, it just is what it is. People
My
have
theory, though, comes from personal friends that I have that are almost 40, and I've seen photos of them at my age,
Yeah,
and
well,
I think they
am
look better
40,
now.
not almost 40. And we're about to show the pic, and then you can just see for
Is it
yourself.
okay, Nick?
Because I got to tell you, you guys are living off in Delulu fucking land.
Yeah,
if
but
you
you
think
drink
that at
and smoke.
39 years old, you're going to be as good looking as you were at 22. That's insanity.
I just said, but you drink and smoke, so wouldn't you assume that you're more aged
Do you think
now?
that I always drink and
Delulu.
smoke?
Yes,
or what?
probably.
And by the way, do you think that men can't drink and smoke and still maintain their attractiveness level?
good.
Age comes for us all, sweetheart.
All right, let's see.
Regardless of whether you think it's not going to come for you or it's coming. It's coming. And guess what?
Oh, yeah, you look way better now.
The wall is undefeated.
That was so
Run-
quick.
That was so quick.
That was so
One more
quick. I
time.
didn't get a punch.
One more time.
Okay, are we
That's a
right?
great jawline.
Okay, am I tripping?
It is. It's a ripper
You did have a
jawline.
good hairline. I can see where you're coming
Oh,
from.
handsome
same
Andrew.
I have to say, though,
Handsome.
Andrew.
But I'm not even kidding. I think you look.
I like
Oh,
it.
he was so great. He looked so great. Yeah, because I wasn't fucking 40.
No,
No,
I
no,
know
we're
we're saying.
saying-
No, Andrew, we're saying the opposite.
we all
look
think
like-
you look better now. All
Yeah,
of us
that
think
that whole
Giga Chad.
pale face.
Giga Chad. Okay.
All right, whatever.
I just think males are more attracted to a younger looking female where females are attracted,
Yeah, I think that's what
generally
it is.
speaking,
I don't
very
know.
generally,
Like that-
to an older looking man, not a baby face.
that
like you were
picture
gorgeous,
you-
but you had a baby
Yeah,
face.
Wait, so then how
You
can you,
look
be
like my
more
little brother.
attractive
Like, that's
as
not
time
cute.
goes on?
Well, he's
But you
Men
asked like
age
about us
differently.
specifically. Do I think that from 26 to 36, by logic, you would make the assumption that if I have an extra 10 years of training and looking after myself, I would therefore look better than what I do now?
Yeah, but okay.
by
so
like
let me ask you a question.
assumption.
Let me ask you a question. All else being equal. So, assuming that, I mean, you're training now, right?
Yeah.
Aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you gaining in 10 years? More muscle?
Yeah, absolutely.
You
From
think
10 years
guys-
ago till
you think
now.
muscle is a primary attraction trigger in men?
But it's not necessarily about that. If you want to get into the complexities of training, you can get more muscle, you can reduce fat, you can get leaner. If you want to
Sure.
get into powerlifting, you can put on weight. Like, it depends on what you think. So in my assumption, if you're training and you're being fit and healthy for an extra 10 years, wouldn't your body by default look better?
So let me ask you a question. So, assuming you don't train at all, but you eat healthy and your body fat percentage doesn't change at all. Although for most people as they age, they tend to gain weight. But I'll disregard that and I'll just grant that your body fat percentage stays the same, but your actual, what's the word for it? Composition, your body composition, no changes. from 30 to 40, you're saying that there's no difference, no negative difference between those years.
Well, I never said that. What I said is from 26 to 36, I think I'd look better, but from 26 to 46, I think there would be a decline. So I agreed with you.
Right, but so you're saying that currently, so looking better, 36, looking worse, essentially?
Well, essentially, yeah, because then women start to go through menopause and all of that. So then you totally change your body, and then
Yeah.
you do start to age. So yeah.
So people, there's no like physical signs of aging in one's face in 10-year period?
Yeah, of course there is, but you asked for my personal opinion.
How important is face when it comes to physical attractiveness?
Yeah, pretty important.
Pretty important. So you're not going to have any changes to your face?
I never
You're
said
gonna
that.
hit the gym for your face?
Don't you have gym goals?
Pardon?
Don't you have gym goals?
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
what if you have a gym goal now? How is it going to get better after 10 years?
Well,
Wouldn't
if you have a look at
hopefully meet your
the
goal before 10 years?
well, the beauty in the gym is it's always
forever
changing.
going.
So
You don't
just
just
say
hit it
when I started at the gym, my goal was to put on weight, and then I got into bodybuilding, and I had a bodybuilding goal. Then I got into powerlifting, and then I had powerlifting goals. And now I'm out of powerlifting, and I have different goals now. So it's a forever evolution. So you actually never reach a final destination in the gym.
Growth sounds terrible.
But
Working out is terrible. What?
Well,
Yeah.
no, just having that constantly moving goalpost.
Do you work
sounds
out?
Terrible. I do, yeah.
What do you do for working out?
I go to the gym,
But do you have goals there?
and my goal is to lose weight.
How do you maintain that? How do you hit that goal? Have you hit that goal?
No, I have not hit my goal.
But so how is that?
So my goal is a desired weight
Different
that
than
I
what
want to
she's
get
doing.
to. All I'm saying, like, if that works for her, that's great. But I hate the moving goalposts. I like to have one,
when you
goal.
when
and
you
hopefully
what
get
is
to
your
that.
goal? Like a specific number, or is like a
Yeah.
you look? So when you get there, what's gonna happen?
Hopefully, I will maintain that weight.
You gotta hit another. It's not just maintain. You gotta like your body's always gonna be changing. That there's always gonna be a goal. It's just not.
Yeah,
you
but-
just hit it and then.
But my body is changing, therefore I have to change to keep my goal where
Right.
it is.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. That the goal's always there's always gonna
But
be.
the goal is still the same place. I'm just shooting the ball at a different angle.
Okay.
You guys, okay, so I guess, yes, you could be morbidly obese at 26 and in the worst shape of your life, and then you diet, and then you would have a more physically attractive body by the time you're 36. But again, all else being equal, assuming that you were already in like fairly peak physical shape at 26, do you still think if you were also in peak physical shape at 36 that you're going to be more physically attractive?
Great question. Total transparency, I hope so, but I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Depends on how I look after myself in the next 10 years, if you're asking about me
You're
specifically.
in peak physical shape. I'm granting that you're in peak physical shape now.
Yeah.
And then in 10 years' time, you're also in peak physical shape
Yeah.
in terms of your fitness, whatever, physique. But that's not going to undo the fact that there's changes to your skin that occur. There's changes to your face, wrinkling, etc.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
are just unstoppable. They are inevitable and they're undeniable.
Yeah, I never denied that.
I don't care how much, in fact, I don't care how good the cream you use or what you do or the minimizing of sun exposure. Over a 10-year period of time, there are going to be such changes to your face that regardless of all the terrible treatment you did to your skin at 26, it's not going to be, I don't think it can be substantially reversed. It's just going to progressively get worse.
Oxidation.
And if facial attractiveness is a huge part of physical attractiveness, then how can it possibly be that you would end up better looking at 36 than at 26?
That's a well. do you want like a hypothetical, or do you want like because
Sure.
hypothetically, I'm taking personal anecdotes from close personal friends that are in that age bracket, and I think about what their faces looked like at 26, and sometimes you still have a little bit of chub, or you have a baby face, and then now as they've matured as women, they've got these great jawline structures, cheekbones and stuff because they've matured more. And so it depends, I guess, what you like. I think that that's great. I love looking at
I actually think softer faces in women are more attractive.
See? So it's up to
I think
personal
most
opinion.
men find softer faces more
See,
attractive.
I love a jawline and I love
But in
cheekbones.
addition to, fine, if I even grant that men find you find that more attractive in men or in women?
Oh, in both. Like, think about like a young Johnny Depp with like his ripper jawline. I think it's great. And so I love when I see
Younger
like
Johnny
even...
Depp.
He looks the same.
He's older now. He's not as physically attractive now.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he's pretty blonde.
I don't understand why this is such a complex question for you.
Okay, I'll just fine. Even for men that are inclined to find super sharp features attractive in women, I don't know what the term is. What you said, the cheeks?
Cheekbones and jawlines, yeah.
Bone structure.
Okay, whatever. I don't like that, but fine. If they're into that, whatever. What about wrinkles? What about aging? What about eye bags?
I don't know. Like, I don't think at 36, like, I feel like you're painting a picture of like at 36, you look like decrepit and old and
kinda do.
like, again,
Take
I'm
care of
just
yourself.
thinking
That's
of.
not what I'm saying, but you start getting some of those things.
But I'm not arguing that you don't.
She said it was going to start declining, right? That's what you said?
That's what I'm so perplexed about. You asked me specifically from 26 to 36.
If
Do
God
I think I will
made,
be?
let me ask you this: if God made you perfect, how come you have a nose job?
I don't have a nose job, but thank you. I have my lips done,
Really?
but that's it. Yep.
You don't have a nose job?
No, I don't have a nose job.
Really?
I have fake lips, but that's it.
Oh, well, if God made you perfect, why do you have fake lips?
I used to get my lips done from about 18 until 2022. And then that was the last time I got my lips done before
So
I
you
went.
thought there was some imperfection that needed to be healed or taken
Yeah,
care of?
absolutely. And that was before I was in faith. But yeah, I used to love getting my lips done because I was insecure about them.
So you don't let them get done anymore, ever again?
No, I haven't had my lips done since, 2022 in July.
So there will be no more cosmetic surgery for you ever?
No, the only thing I would love to get done is probably get this scar on my head removed, but at some point.
That's it? There's
Yep.
never going to be anything else?
No, I don't think so.
No? So right now, objectively, without any sort of cosmetic surgery whatsoever, without any sort of lip filler, butt lift, anything else, you objectively believe at 39 you're going to be as attractive as you are right this second.
Ignore
Oh,
me.
no, sorry. Yeah, that's a great question, to be honest with you. I didn't think about it that way. I was more focusing on physical appearance and thinking about in 10 years what my body would look like. But when you put that argument there of what your face will look like, I have to agree with you, but that's not the measure I was kind of using.
Isn't your physical attractiveness also based on your face?
Yeah, so I'm totally agreeing with you guys. I'm just
Like
saying
if somebody
that when,
went and splashed acid in your face, you would be less physically attractive than you are right now, probably, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if somebody's asking you about your physical attractiveness, aren't they taking the totality of your physical appearance? This would include your weight, your height, your facial features, all of that, and it would be combining them into this. I don't know if we could give it something like, let's say, a number, for instance, where we said if we took all of those physical features and we were to put it between 1 and 10, you could come up with blank. At 39, if you had 1 to 10 to choose from, right now you're a 7. What are you at 39?
Why do I feel like I'm getting boxed in with like the uncomfortability of rating people? I
Because you
don't.
are getting boxed in. Good. Your logic is dumb. You deserve to get boxed in. Now answer
You're
the question.
I didn't think. Anyways,
You don't think what? Answer the question.
if I said that I'm an 8 right now at 26, and then if we're looking at 36, and if we're going now by the alternative factors of aging, I guess you could make the analysis that you would probably be a 6 by that point.
What do you think you would be then by that analysis?
Mate, I'd hope not, but you never know. No,
What do
probably.
you think objectively? You think at 39 years old, absent any sort of cosmetic surgery whatsoever, no lip fillers, no nose job, no whatever it is, none of that.
If you wanna
you
be
work out,
super
and I'm even going
nuanced,
to grant,
yeah.
you work out every single day, you try to keep yourself in the best shape you possibly can. At 39 years old, does the number go down or does it go up?
Well, as I said, if you want to be super nuanced, you could probably have an increase in your body and a decrease in your face, which would then probably even it out. If you're an 8 now and you're saying hypothetically you'd be a 6, you'd probably just land at a 7.
Is that where you think you're going to be?
I'd hope so.
Is that where you think you're going to be, not what you hope?
I'd make the
I
assumption.
hope I'm going to be a millionaire tomorrow. That's great that I hope that, but I don't think that that's probably going to be true. So whether you hope that or not, I'm asking you, do you think that?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think you'll be an 8 at 39?
No, I said a 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
And you think you're a what right now?
I said an 8.
An 8. So you're going to go down 1 point at 39?
Mate, let's
What about a 42? That's only a couple of years away from 39.
Well, we said 36, not 39.
Okay, 36.
So
you're 42.
Who do I know that's 42?
For some
don't know.
reason, that big 40 for
It
women.
does,
for some
but I know
reason,
that this
they
is going
think
to be
when
really,
they
like-
hit 40, man, it's done. Right? It's
Well,
done.
I know
Clear
this
up
is
till they're
like,
39 and a half years old. They're gorgeous, but the second they hit that 40, it's over.
I know what I'm getting myself into by saying this, and I totally understand. But the only people that I know that are in their 40s are literally the Kardashians. And I'm like, I know they have so much work done, but they don't
Well,
look
I'm in my
horrible for
40s.
40.
They're
Like,
what?
They're not ugly.
I'm literally 40.
Wait, so hold on.
I'm
make
literally
make your
40.
point.
Showed you a picture of me at 19 years old. The standard for men at their 40s, right? I'm probably one of the better looking ones out there, and I'm a 4. Why do you think that age for men, when they have testosterone, for instance, which is the fountain of youth, and women have estrogen, which is the fountain of age, literally, why would you ever think for a second that even though men, if they keep their testosterone high, which again, like I said, fountain of youth, why do you think that you would appear younger or better looking at that age than
For
right now?
_ patriarchy donated $199.99 to the former pimp. If you would look the same in 10 or 20 years, did you recruit 40-year-olds to join your stable?
we actually did have some people at the agency that were not 40, but we had people that were in their mid to late 30s, definitely. But as we all know, the highest paid people and the most looked up porn is teen, barely legal, and fresh teen. So I think that's just a basic, obvious thing that we know for quotation. the
Wait,
younger the
that's
better.
really weird. Why do you think that men would be viewing porn of really young women?
I think that there's this weird complexity about innocence, to be honest with you. I think that it comes down to there's a thing
Wait,
that...
they're doing porn. They're not innocent. Hold on. They're doing porn. They're literally not innocent at all. So
But
actually,
coming
this
from
is a
someone
perfect
that...
thing.
Well, this is coming
it has
from...
purely to
It's,
do.
it's just an
purely to
innocent
do with
girl
their
who's getting
looks.
fucked by 3 of those guys over there. Brian, come on. What's wrong? She's
Well, I
innocent.
don't know.
It's
I
an
disagree
innocence
with that
thing.
because as I literally saw conversations with subscribers and saw this phenomenon, and what happens, it's when they're dressed in the school dresses, they're this, they're that. What is the underlying theme here? It's the fact that there's this weird girl next door phenomenon about the innocence of these girls, but there's this weird fantasy that's tied to it. And that's not me
That's
making
another
things
thing.
up.
That's
That's me
No,
literally
the
seeing
opposite is
it.
true. What's going on is what happens is that these are 25-year-old women who dress this way so that they appear younger, so that they look more attractive to men because men value younger women because they're hotter. Isn't that what's actually going on?
I don't know. As I said, my personal experience from literally working at an agency and seeing these conversations is I disagree.
Well, I don't think you do. So, for instance, if the LARP is, I'm 25 years old, but I'm dressing like I'm a schoolgirl, what you're doing is you're giving the presentation that you're younger than 25 years old, right?
But if you zoom out on that,
So if
let's
men are into
extrapolate
that
on that,
fantasy, isn't that showing that men are into youth?
But
They want young women, right?
yeah, but why?
Because they want to fuck them. That's why. They want to have sex with them because that's what makes
But
the
then
babies.
what's the differentiation?
Young
But what's the
women, young, fertile
differentiation?
women. So here, I'll explain it to you. Young, fertile women can have lots and lots of babies. So from a biological standpoint, why is it that a man would want to have sex? Why would a man, for instance, think young women beautiful? They think that because from an evolutionary standpoint, for instance, you would assume that the younger women are going to have far more babies than older women. So younger women look more beautiful to man because then man wants to have sex with younger women, thus make more babies, right?
Look, to be honest with you, I understand that perspective. I think it's actually quite simplistic. I think that it's so complex, the subscriber and OnlyFans relationship is way more, I personally think, complicated than that. I don't think it's as simple as a guy looks at a young girl and thinks, I'm going to have babies with her. I think that when there's such an
Then why
oversaturation...
are men attracted to younger women?
I'm telling you why I think that. I just told you my theory from my personal experience is that there's an infatuation with innocence. And that's why...
Not an infatuation with can have babies. So why do you think attractiveness exists?
But why would men watch porn?
I'll demonstrate this. Why do you think I'm attracted to Lady X even exists to begin with? Why do men and women need to be attracted to each other? Why do they need to want to have sex with each other? Why?
If you're like, I understand the procreation aspect of it.
I need you to answer the question.
I said I understand. I said I understand the procreation aspect of it. But we're not talking about that. You're taking it out of context.
No, we are talking about that. So I'm asking you, why do you think men and women need to be attracted to each other? Why is that necessary?
I understand, but what we're talking about here in this phenomenon...
Answer the question. Don't say I understand. Answer the question.
Because of procreation. But
yeah, right.
You are nuancing this...
procreation.
Yes. But what we're talking about here in this very specific, so don't take it out of context, this very specific topic is the fact that men are not watching porn because they think that they're going to impregnate a woman. They're watching porn for other reasons.
Yeah, because they're attracted to the women there, so they're jerking off to them. And
yes,
if you're attracted to a woman, the attractiveness exists for the singular purpose. The only reason you're attracted to woman and woman's attracted to man is because without that attractiveness, there's no baby. That's why the attractiveness exists to begin with. Therefore, if you were to look at it from a perspective of what men find attractive, why wouldn't men then go for younger women? Why wouldn't they think that was more attractive?
Yeah, look, two opposing opinions, and I totally disagree with you from my personal experience, and you think A, I think B.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think more men are jerking off to 80-year-old, porn, or they're jerking off more to a barely legal teen and 25-year-old porn?
Well, I think that it's ridiculous to try and make such an exaggerated
Answer
context.
the question.
That's my answer. I think that saying 80-year-old, making a comparison with an 80-year-old and a 19.
Now answer the question. Do you think more men are jerking off to 80-year-old women, 70-year-old women, 60-year-old women, 50-year-old women, 40-year-old women, or 20-year-old women?
Well, there is fantasies of that. But no, I think that to make this extreme comparison of 80-year-olds and 19-year-olds is just ridiculous.
Answer the question.
That's my answer.
Okay, so I'll ask again. I'm going to ask until you answer it. I don't care.
Yeah,
if you
because I
think
understand you're
extreme.
trying to box me into saying the younger so that you can try and make your point. But your example is ridiculous.
Andrew, are you 6 feet tall? And I say margarine hat. Is that an answer to the question? Is it an answer to the question if you ask me if I'm 6 feet tall and I say margarine hat? Is that an answer to your question?
No.
No. Now, I'm going to ask the question again. Are more men out there jerking off to 20-year-old women, or are they jerking off more to 40, 30, 50, 60, and 70-year-old women?
Of course the answer is younger.
MILF.
What?
I said, of course the answer is younger.
Why?
Your theory is because of procreation. My theory is because of innocence.
Well, wait a second. Women in their 30s, right, can still be innocent, can't they?
Again, if you want to extrapolate on that, why is it the younger the better, though? And from my theory...
Because they are attracted to the thing that make the baby, or they wouldn't have the attraction to begin with, right? You would not have attraction to woman if woman couldn't make baby. That wouldn't make any sense. Why would attractiveness even exist external to need to make baby? Why would that even exist?
Look, as I said, I think you're simplifying a really complex problem.
You think I'm simplifying a really complex problem?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that you are over complexifying a really simple problem. Does that sound like a good argument to you?
Potentially. As I said, that's my
Potentially.
experience from.
Okay. So potentially it sounds like a good argument to you that you say, well, that's an overly simplistic analysis. And I say, well, that's an overly complex analysis. That's not an argument. Tell me why it would be that attractiveness only exists, period, for the purpose of procreation. And yet, when men are jerking off to the type of pornography in the age group where you are the most fertile, you can't make the link that these two things are connected.
I'm not denying that the link is there. I'm saying in the
Right.
specific context of what we're talking about, and we're talking about the consumption of pornography, I think that the reason for attractiveness is different than a baseline of procreation.
Well, I don't think that attractiveness even exists absent the baseline of procreation. And I think that if you're looking at 20, 22, 23, 24, 25-year-old women who are in their most fertile years, of course, are the most attractive. Why wouldn't they be? Those are the women who are going to be able to give you the most amount of children.
But we weren't talking about 20, 22, 23. We were specifically saying teen, barely legal, and fresh teen. So there's a differentiation
you
here.
said.
Also,
Yeah.
and so only
Yeah,
for the
exactly.
purpose of TOS, only for the purpose of TOS am I not able to dive into this. But of course, at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, yes, of course, those are very fertile women. Why wouldn't men want that? When you say innocence, when you say they're into it because of innocence meaning what? I'm a virgin 18-year-old, meaning I'm the most likely to bear your genetic offspring, correct?
Look, yeah, I guess you could see it from that perspective. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.